An average of 24 people per minute are victims of rape, physical violence, or stalking by an intimate partner in the United States. And actually, domestic violence is also called intimate partner violence.
That's just in the United States?
Yeah, more than 12 million women and men over the course of a single year. Nearly 3 in 10 women and 1 in 10 men in the U.S. have experienced rape, physical violence, and or stalking by a partner and reported it having a related impact on their functioning. Yeah, and there, it goes on. There's a lot more here. I think one more. Intimate partner violence alone affects more than 12 million people every year. And so the purpose of me sharing this is because I think it's important for us to understand the numbers, because the number tells us we have a crisis.
Absolutely. We do have a crisis.
We have a crisis in this country of domestic and emotional and mental abuse.
Absolutely.
And that is a healthcare problem because it affects the physical, it affects the mental, it affects the emotional.
For the things that are being done to them. It is a world I wish never knew existed.
Ugh.
So when you finally get the courage to speak up and you're trying to piece your life together and move on just from the abuse and the devastation, you are met with further abuse. And it's even, I don't want to say that it's worse than physical abuse and in the home abuse, but it's a level of further traumatization. You know, if you can't get the proper resources to help you, and then you've got people in the community that are going, I don't want to get in the middle of this. This is high conflict. You know, I don't want to get in the middle of this. This is a he said, she said situation. And that's not at all true. That's not at all true. And then the victim is often left completely isolated in many, many ways, not just from resources, but even from community members. So, but for whatever the reasons are, not everybody can handle that reality, you know, truth bomb that you're dropping on them. And so it does take a massive amount of courage to speak up. And really, it's humiliating. It really is humiliating because what person wants to speak up and talk about all these things? I mean, again, going back to my personal situation, I just wanted everything to be fine. And I was trying to go, it's fine, everything's fine, it's great, it's going to be great. I'm just going to, you know, my way through life and smile. And that's not what happened. That wasn't my reality. And it honestly procrastinated, you know, the inevitable. I mean, it was coming no matter what. And I was ignoring the signs and the things. And it really just snowballed into this catastrophe and coming back around to the effect that it has on your mental health. So when I was 6 weeks postpartum, I was given a form at the birthing center to fill out. They take you to the bathroom and you have to, you know, check your levels of things. And so you're in the restroom by yourself and they give you this form and it's a domestic violence screening. I checked 2 of the highest boxes possible. And so they called me immediately after the appointment. They were like, okay, this is domestic violence. You need to reach out and get help. And so in my head, I'm just like, my gosh, I'm so embarrassed. Like I wanted somebody to know, but I was humiliated. And it was almost like there needed to be, if there had been a group or they had said like, not just you need to get help, good luck with that.
Yeah, peace out.
But like, here are the resources. Like this is common.
Right.
It's okay. We've got you.
Like a warm handoff, almost like here, let us take you here. What would somebody who's listening to this that maybe is in your now former situation, right? In an active abusive relationship, or maybe even somebody who's post, right? Like in the same situation as yours, but maybe doesn't feel like they have a voice. Like what would be your advice? What would you tell them to do?
Just find someone. You can find a couple of someones, but you got to find a therapist. And again, trauma, a therapist, somebody that's aware of, you know, terms like narcissistic abuse and these things. And so that they can recognize some of the things you're saying and point it out to you. Because again, I was trying to look at it from a very different perspective. And you need a therapist that's not just going to, you know, tell you what you want to hear, but somebody that's really going to dive deep and being able to just start with speaking up and saying, hey, this is going on. And whether it's just a rocky marriage or it's something worse like abuse. Yeah.
Real change only comes from the people. You know,
we see that all the time here.
Courts aren't going to do it. Real change has to come from the people because enough people need to want the change and make it happen. And that's the only way, you know, real, lasting, effective change That's the only way for it.
It often happens because somebody like you, right? And this happens a lot with the people that come on our show. I'm thinking about Monica
Have personal
and Rhea
aspirations
community.
to be doing what it is they're doing.
Because there was something that didn't exist, there was a gap, or there was something that existed, but it just didn't do what it was meant to do, right? Like it didn't provide the support that was needed. So they say, well, screw it, I'm going to create it myself.
Yep.
And I mean, I'm sure there'd be plenty of people that could get on board. And I'm going to do some research and see what's out there in terms of like kind of
What's available.
community support, mental health support, all the things support for women that have gone through.
This has been a Shut Up production.